Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Bible study. Hope you're doing well today. And today, what I want to do is continue our Bible study that we're calling Let's Talk About the World. And today will be part 4. We're going to talk about guarding your heart and media input. And I think this is a very important study today. So, what I'd like for you to do is to take this study today and this verse that we're going to study, and every day you think about this and kind of use it as a filter to think about what you're going to see in the news today. Does it align with what Paul is saying here in Philippians 4:8? And he says, finally, brothers, whatever things are true, whatever things are honest, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, and whatever things are of good rapport, if there is any virtue and if there is any praise, think on these things. So, what he's trying to say here, he's trying to say that, you know, that these things that are true and honorable and pure and just and commendable, these are the things that we need to use as a daily thought filter and evaluate what we need to watch and dwell on. And if you could, reflect on how, your current media consumption and habitual worries align with these things. So I made some notes here, and I'm going to talk about, filtering what you allow into your mind, because media and music and social interactions, they heavily shape our habits and our emotions, and we must actively practice discernment and measure the content we consume against what is true and pure and praiseworthy and everything else. So I made some notes here, and we're going to go over these notes real quick. And so here, let's think about what is true, what matters, and the matters that align with God's word and reality, and avoiding lies and distortions. What does noble mean? These things command respect and dignity. What is right or just? These actions and thoughts that are fair and moral and pleasing to God. What does it mean to be pure? These things are morally clean and uncorrupted thoughts. Lovely, these things mean that they inspire kindness and grace and love, and admirable or commendable. These things are of good repute that point toward goodness. And what does it mean to be excellent? These are high quality character traits or virtues, and praiseworthy, things that honor God and that are of praiseworthy. So ask yourself these questions whenever you're thinking about this verse, or whenever you think about the media that you consume, whether it's the news, the social media, what you're reading, and what you're, for goodness sake, avoid Facebook and TikTok. Don't get anything you think you're going to get any truth there. But are the things that you consume factually accurate and aligned with God's word, or is it based on assumption, gossip, or worry? And when we talk about honorable or noble, does this thought or the conversation reflect on integrity and build others up? And when we think about just, is the perspective fair, unbiased, and aligned with how God calls you to treat others? And when we think about purity, is the focus free from malice, hidden motives, and anxiety? And lovely, does the focus draw you toward love, beauty, and grace, or does it push you toward bitterness? Think about that. And commendable or admirable, is something worthy of your respect, that furthers your Christian witness? Excellent and praiseworthy, when we think about that, does this stir your affections for the Lord, or make you rejoice in his work? And finally, what I thought we would do is let's take a look at 3 questions that I've come up with when we're using Philippians 4:8 as a filter. What I wrote down here was, how can we apply Philippians 4:8 to our daily thought life? How can Philippians 4:8 guide our media consumption and choices? And how does Philippians 4:8 guide Christians in discerning truth in today's world? I think that's the biggest thing, is how do we as Christians use this to guide us toward truth? And if you'll reflect on those questions that I ask you about each one of these categories, each one of these things that Paul's mentioned, I think you'll be a lot better off in your media choices. Everyone, have a great day, and we'll talk tomorrow.